There are times in the advanced course of the work when one receives the strange insight that the self actually wants us to disobey. This ordeal can only be lived through. No one can advise you except your own sense of what is right for you at any given moment. The most useful guideline that I have found is that the precepts of the work, as found in the perennial philosophy, are consistent worldwide and constitute a reliably moral structure for responsible choice. If the oracle seems to be telling you to do something contrary to your inner sense of right and wrong, contrary to your understanding of the precepts of the work, then go with this intuition rather than the oracle. The self, via the oracle, will test you in many ways to make you develop. The ultimate goal is to become so infallibly intuitive that oracles become superfluous. The gods need our intelligent disobedience if they themselves are to evolve. It is in the stress between obedience and conscientious disobedience that growth takes place. In one sense, whatever choice you make, as long as it is conscious and you fully accept the consequences, is the right choice for you at that moment. We learn through our mistakes and can never fail our lessons if we truly integrate the experience into our unfolding lives. Confucius, one of the greatest teachers who ever lived, obviously took his teaching method from the judgment of this hexagram. The master said, "I won't teach a man who is not anxious to learn, and will not explain to one who is not trying to make things clear to himself. And if I explain 1/4 and the man doesn't go back and reflect and think out the implications in the remaining 3/4 for himself, I won't bother to teach him again." And so it is with the oracle, the self. The deeper one gets involved in the work, the more difficult the lessons become, so that one is always kept in a position of relative inexperience. There are times when a simple answer would suffice that you will receive an ambiguous image, which, if you do 3/4 of the work, will lead you to a profound insight. And our supporting hexagram, which puts our primary hexagram in a broader context and influence, a direction of travel, an underlying issue that has to do with you and your relationship to it all. 35, Advance of Consciousness. Other titles might be Progress, Prospering, the symbol of forwardness, to advance, advancement, making headway, getting the idea. Comes the Dawn. Judgment leg. In Advance of Consciousness, we see a prince who secures the tranquility of the people, presented on that account with numerous horses by the king, and 3 times in a day received at interviews. Blowfold Progress. The richly endowed prince receives royal favors in the form of numerous